Hey guys, welcome to lesson 11. Let's do some problems about, that sounds too negative. How about puzzles about combining? Doesn't that sound a little more friendly? And then problems and so on? Okay, we're going to do something we've done before, but we're going to take little stories and turn them into puzzles. Okay, let's start with the first one. Ready? Sue had $31.75. One day she sold one of her kidneys for $14.25. Then she had $46. The end. Wasn't that a good story? I thought that was a good plot to that story. Very symbolic too, you know? Wow, that's a good story. That's like Jane Eyre or Lord of the Rings. Great story. Okay, so let's simplify it, right? We got 31 plus 75. She got $14.25. She ended up with $46. The end. And that's it. There you go. So if you can do that one, we can do the ones coming up. You ready for more? Puzzles, right? I got it for you. John had 219 snakes in his room. Then some more crawled in. Now John has 674 snakes. How many snakes crawled in? Well, to simplify it, we go, John had 219. Then some more crawled in. So we add a few more, right? So how are we going to write that? I don't know. We'll put R for reptile. Now he has 674, so now it's equal to 674. How many snakes crawled in? In other words, what does that R stand for? Okay, well, how do we figure this out? If you don't remember, you got to make an estimate. A 200 plus about something equals 700. So it's going to have to be about 500. So what to do? Oh, we subtract that. So 674 minus 219. We'll just quickly run through this. That'll be 455. There we go. There it is. Okay, let's try another one. Oops, that shouldn't be one. That should be on. On the first day of a garage sale, James made $78. He counted his total at the end of the second day of the sale and found that he had made a total of $134. How much money did James make the second day? Well, on the first day he made 78, and then at the end of the second day he counted, and the whole thing was 134. Of course, he added a little bit the second day. Why don't we call it just 2, or T? All right, 78 plus T is equal to 134. Now, how do we find out what T is? Well, we're just going to subtract again. 134 minus 78, and that'll be 14. That's going to be a 6, and that'll be a 2. And I have to do that again. That'll be 56. And there we go. How about that? That's all there is to it. All this is the same stuff you did last week or so, and you're just starting out with a little tiny paragraph and turning that into an equation like you did before. Okay. All right. Let's simplify this math story. Ready? Okay. Ann took $81 to the candy store. She bought some chocolate-covered ants for $47.32. Then she had a $33.68 and a big belly ache. The end. Okay. So she took $81, right? She bought some ants for $47.32, right? So she had to subtract that, right? Then she ended up with $33.68 and a big belly ache. There's Ann. Poor Ann. She's lying there. Looks like she's dead. No, it's just a big belly ache. Ow, ow, ow. And there's a couple of chocolate-covered ants like falling out of her mouth, you know. Okay, that's a story. See, isn't that a good story? Isn't math story time fun? Let's try another one. Carson invited 67 friends to his house for a party. Then he started talking about Saxon math. When he finished talking, only 19 friends remained. How many of his friends had left? Well, he had 67, right? But then some of the kids left, right? So that'll be minus K for kids. And then ended up with 19 kids. How many left? And there's your answer. There's your question right there. What's K? Now, how are we going to figure this out? 67 minus something is 19. Yeah, all we'll need to do is just say 67 minus 19 would be 48, right? How many had left? 48 had left. Carson had no more friends. lesson, don't ever talk to your friends about Saxon math. Okay. All right. How's that? Okay. Let's try the practice set, and we'll do one at a time if you want to. There's just 2 of them, so pause it and try A. Okay, well, the answer to this would be 185, all right? So in other words, Tim has done 129 pages, right? But he needs to still do some more. So he needs to add, let's just call it P for pages. And the total number of pages he has to do is going to be 314 pages, right? So we're going to have to go, okay, 129 plus something is 314. I'll just subtract 129 and get 185. There we go. All right, pause it and try B. Okay, well, the answer to that will be, of course, 23. The football team scores 19 in the first half. It scores, the second half, it scores some amount of points. We don't know how many. But the total number of points ends up being 42. So 19 plus something is going to give us 42. Well, what will that something be? Well, it'll be 42 minus 19. Okay. All right. That's it for today. Do a good job on your warm-ups and your problem sets. And think of a nice story you can tell. Maybe your little baby brother or sister, especially if they get scared at night. Snakes, Saxon math books, ants, all that kind of stuff. See ya.